Hi, Brandie. I just wanted to start off by saying that it has been an absolute pleasure to get to become familiar with your poetry and your unique voice these last 7 weeks. Thank you so much for showing up with authenticity and being so present every week for the last 7 weeks. Thank you for your generosity in your discussion posts and in your edits to your fellow students. It really has been a pleasure to have you in this class, and I wish you all the best moving forward. Um, I also do hope that your mother is feeling better by the time you read or listen to this video feedback. It is never easy when we become the caretakers. Um, so this first one, your Franken poem, what this poem seems to be about and what is the tone. I believe that the tone is violent, the tone is sad, the tone is mournful. I believe that this poem is about a shooting. That would be my first instinct to describe it to be about a shooting. Um, the other thing I want to say about this Franken poem is moving forward with your edits, and also if you decide to include this in your final portfolio, please, please, please be sure to include your references. Where are these lines from? You can just list them at the bottom. For example, I know that these two lines here are Brian Turner's poem Here Bullet. But if you could just list them that way, instead of being plagiarism, it's an exercise in poetry, right? Um, for prompt number 2, I just want to say woo-ha. Um, I love the way that you speak from your future self to your past self, and it's really inspiring. It's really beautiful. It's so well crafted. I also love the messages that are in it. I love that it starts this first line, let your sad face go. I feel like I need to write that on my mirror in my bathroom, so I can read it every day. It's such a fantastic first line of a poem. So I love all the messages in it. Let me see what your questions were here. When I read this, and I often suggest cutting, I often suggest redacting. I'm sure you've heard that in our feedback before for this course, but there was not a moment where I said, oh, that should be cut or taken away or redacted. I thought that it was really tight, very tightly written. Um, and is there anything you would add to this to create a stronger voice or image? No, I think it feels like a journey. It feels like a complete and utter journey. So thank you so much for your work, Brandie, and I wish you all the best.